7 most deprived areas in Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland is known for its breathtaking landscapes and rich culture, but not every part of the country shares equally in its progress. Some communities face deep-rooted challenges: poverty, joblessness, and poor access to services. In this video, we explore the 7 most deprived areas in Northern Ireland. 7. New Lodge 2, North Belfast. The 7th most deprived area in Northern Ireland is New Lodge 2, also located in North Belfast. Like its neighbouring areas, it sits within sight of prosperity, yet lives with the daily realities of deprivation. New Lodge 2 has high rates of income poverty, with many residents unable to afford basic necessities. Employment is scarce, and educational outcomes are among the lowest in the region. Mental health issues are common, and support services are insufficient to meet demand. Housing conditions are also substandard, with many residents living in ageing social housing blocks. The area is not without its strengths. A rich cultural identity, active youth groups, and a growing arts scene have emerged from the challenges. Community leaders have worked hard to create spaces for creativity and education, even amid ongoing economic difficulties. Still, the facts are hard to ignore. Without targeted intervention, New Lodge 2 and areas like it will remain part of the cycle of deprivation that has persisted for generations in parts of Northern Ireland. 6. The Diamond, Derry City. The Diamond is one of Derry's most iconic locations. Its name is familiar to anyone who has walked the city's historic walls, but behind the symbolism lies real, modern-day hardship. Ranked 6th most deprived overall, the Diamond struggles with many of the same issues as other areas on this list: low income, poor health, educational underachievement, and housing problems. Many families live in older housing stock that lacks modern insulation or energy efficiency. Rising living costs have hit the area hard, especially for pensioners and single-parent households. Educational opportunities are limited. While some schools in the wider Derry area are performing well, those closest to the Diamond often lack the resources needed to make a difference. This limits the chances of local children breaking out of the cycle of deprivation. Yet, the Diamond is more than its statistics. It's home to cultural landmarks and passionate residents working to preserve its heritage while pushing for progress. However, more external support is essential if the Diamond is to reclaim its place not just as a symbol of Derry's past, but of its future. 5. Strand 1, Derry City. Derry City appears again in this list, and this time it's the area known as Strand 1. Located close to the city centre, one might assume this area would benefit from Derry's cultural resurgence and tourism growth. But in reality, Strand is one of the most deprived areas in Northern Ireland. Ranked 5th overall in the NIMDM, Strand 1 faces many of the same issues found in Crevagh. These include poor housing conditions, high levels of economic inactivity, and severe educational disadvantage. A large number of residents rely on benefits to meet basic needs. Crime rates, particularly relating to drug offences, are rising. Perhaps most concerning is the health profile of the area. Life expectancy is lower than the national average, and hospital admissions for preventable conditions are higher. The local health infrastructure is under pressure, and mental health services are stretched thin. Strand 1 is often overlooked in city development plans, despite its central location. Without targeted regeneration that includes affordable housing, educational investment, and job creation, the area risks falling further behind even as the rest of the city moves forward. 4. Ardoyne 2, North Belfast. Ardoyne 2 is another neighbourhood in North Belfast that faces deeply rooted deprivation. While the area has a rich cultural and political history, the legacy of conflict and economic neglect continues to weigh heavily on the community. Ranked 4th in overall deprivation, Ardoyne 2 scores poorly across all 7 NIMDM domains. The area has one of the highest rates of youth unemployment in Northern Ireland. Crime, particularly antisocial behaviour, is a persistent issue. Health statistics are equally worrying, with high rates of heart disease, diabetes, and mental health concerns. Education remains a challenge. Local schools are under-resourced and often struggle to retain staff. Many children grow up in poverty, which impacts not only their education but their long-term prospects. A large number of residents are living in social housing, and maintenance problems are a frequent complaint. Despite its difficulties, Ardoyne has a tight-knit community with a strong sense of identity. Local groups are working to change the narrative, focusing on peace-building, sports, and education. But the cycle of deprivation continues, and breaking it will require both political will and sustained economic action. 3. Crevagh 2, Derry City. Derry City, also known as Londonderry, is a historic and culturally rich city. But not every part of Derry shares in its recent regeneration efforts. Crevagh 2, located on the city's west side, is one of the most deprived urban areas in Northern Ireland. Crevagh 2 ranks third overall in the NIMDM rankings. The area struggles with high levels of unemployment, especially among young people. Educational outcomes are among the lowest in the region, and many adults in the area do not hold formal qualifications. Income poverty is severe, and a significant proportion of households rely on housing benefits or live in social housing. Healthcare access is another concern. The area suffers from high rates of long-term illness and poor mental health, yet medical services are limited. Drug and alcohol dependency rates are above the national average, creating an additional burden on under-resourced health and social care systems. Despite ongoing struggles, the people of Crevagh are known for their resilience and solidarity. Local community centres provide essential lifelines, offering adult education, food distribution, and youth engagement programs that help hold the fabric of the area together. Yet, without sustained economic investment from both government and the private sector, Crevagh 2 risks remaining on the wrong side of Northern Ireland's development divide. 2. Waterworks 2, North Belfast. Urban poverty in plain sight. North Belfast features prominently in Northern Ireland deprivation rankings, and Waterworks 2 is among its most struggling neighbourhoods. This area sits close to Belfast city centre, but life here can be worlds apart from the prosperity found just a few miles down the road. Waterworks 2 ranks as the second most deprived super-output area in Northern Ireland. High rates of child poverty, poor health outcomes, and widespread unemployment are just some of the challenges people face here daily. Many families in this area depend on social welfare as their primary source of income, and multi-generational poverty is common. The housing situation is a key concern. Many homes are old and in need of repair, and overcrowding is common. There is limited access to affordable childcare, and public transport connections are often unreliable, making it harder for residents to access jobs elsewhere. Social cohesion has also been strained. Decades of political tension and division have left scars, both physical and psychological. Still, the area has active community groups dedicated to helping young people, supporting mental health initiatives, and providing education and job training programs. North Belfast is a reminder that urban poverty in Northern Ireland is not hidden, it's in plain sight. And without sustained attention, places like Waterworks 2 will continue to face serious inequality. 1. East Strabane. According to the Northern Ireland Multiple Deprivation Measure, NIMDM, 2017, East Strabane is officially the most deprived area in the country. Located in the west of Northern Ireland near the border with County Donegal, this part of Strabane has faced long-standing social and economic issues. What makes this even more concerning is that the town was once a vital centre for linen production and cross-border trade. Since then, Strabane has experienced a steady economic decline. The East SOA of Strabane ranks number 1 out of 890 areas for overall deprivation. That means it scores extremely poorly across all key indicators: income, employment, health, education, housing, and crime. 1 in 3 residents are believed to live in poverty, with job opportunities limited and many relying on benefits or low-paid part-time work. The town has one of the highest unemployment rates in the UK. Education is another major concern. Local schools often struggle with funding, and a lower than average number of young people pursue higher education. Healthcare access is limited, and there are concerns about rising mental health issues. Infrastructure development has also lagged behind more urban areas, making it harder for people to access essential services or commute for better jobs. Despite this, Strabane's community remains strong. Local charities and volunteer organisations are actively working to support residents, offering food banks, skills training, and after-school programmes. But without serious long-term investment, East Strabane will remain one of the most deprived places in Northern Ireland for years to come. These 7 areas, Strabane East, Waterworks 2, Crevagh 2, Ardoyne 2, Strand 1, the Diamond and New Lodge 2, are not just names on a list. They are communities full of life, history, and potential. It's time they receive the investment and attention they truly deserve. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell.